Aquarius, the glowing cat, welcomes you. I'm Andy, so do I. 3-card tarot for the sign of Aquarius in this reading. Okay, the shuffling is done, the all-going pyramid is here, glowing cat's on the case. Let's turn over the first card. And right, serious, something very serious going on here. We've got the Queen of Wands, and the great news about this card is that whatever serious is going on at the moment, you have the ability to handle it. Okay, this sort of stone plinth thing that the Queen of Wands is sitting on says to me there's a very solid kind of footing underneath whatever's happening at the moment. The fact that it's a wand card, the fact that it's also a court card says to me that this is why I'm thinking it's serious, you know. There's action happening. Something is actually going on at the moment. Now, if you're not engaging with it, Aquarius, the thing to do is actually get in there and engage with it, because it would be very easy to miss out if you don't actually get joined in with this at the moment. Okay, goddess energy is strong in this card, and because of the black cat there's going to be good luck involved. Okay, that is her familiar, so whatever spirit animals you've got around you are there for you at the moment. They're playing into the situation and they want to help you succeed, you know. We've got the 2 lion figures on the throne there, so again, very strong energy, and a sunflower. Now, there's a simplicity about sunflowers. They're very easy to grow, and at the same time, they're very easy to lose. You know, birds will come in and eat them and stuff, and this one has survived, and it's looking really good, really fulsome. And it's speaking of the sun as well, and in anything to do with astrology, and these readings kind of blend in with astrology a bit, the sun is always in charge. The sun is always what really makes things happen, because all the light we see from the moon is being reflected from the sun. So the cosmos is closely involved in this. We've got a sunflower symbol either side of the Queen's head here, and also dragons up here, so a link back to the mystical energies, the mythical kind of creatures, the ancient stories, the tales and the legends from the past. Now, a lot of creatures in those tales, like dragons and unicorns, are thought widely to have been made up, but then again, this is a world where you don't get very far if you say you actually believe in those things. And one of the reasons I love doing tarot and anything magical and mystical is that I actually do believe in those things, and I get to say I do. They just basically creatures that were real but lived so very, very long ago that there's virtually no record left of them having existed anywhere. I don't know why they say that about dragons, you know, because there are still very dragon-like creatures that must have evolved from something, and they're out there in the world. So a link to those ancient energies, Aquarius, that is the way to really get the energy behind what you're doing, and really to get some power into yourself as you go forward on this journey, wherever we're going with these other 2 cards. I shuffled them ages ago, but I don't know what these 2 are yet. I don't actually look at them. I just kind of put them out. Okay, so there's a thing. If I've been moved to say a thing like that, then you've got to be willing to go forward with the blinkers on, not actually knowing what you're going into, but having the faith that you're going to survive it. The black cat knows what's going on. The black cat brings a lot of luck, and just shows that everything's in order, because the black cat side of things is the mystical side of things, and somewhere out there in the universe, the whole universe knows your path, knows where you're going. We all come into this life with a plan that we don't know about in our conscious everyday mind, but it's there in our dreams, and it was there when we linked to it and we actually signed up to this life. It's all planned already. So be fearless, basically, Aquarius, as you go forward. This character here, the Queen, is clothed in gold. So, you know, take heart from that. You've got the gold of, you know, the metaphysical, the spiritual gold with you to be able to do just about anything, and that one says it's happening already. Now, that's the first card. It's kind of where you are at the moment in so many ways, but we'll get to this one. This is the heart of the matter, and we'll turn that over in a second and see where we're going. But this is a very strong platform to be on, you know. Everything's looking good. The sky is blue. There's a solid I can't think of words for this, but it's some kind of stone plinth that she's got her throne on there. And, you know, you are kind of enthroned with the abilities and with everything you need for whatever's coming next. So what is coming next? Let us find out. Okay. Now then, This is looking really good. It's the Knight of Pentacles, and that means that there's help available. Now, the Knight energy is, a lot more kind of senior, a lot more solid and strong than the Page energy. So we have actually got something quite powerful going on here. But we've come down from Queen energy to Knight energy. So this isn't going to be quite so easy to understand what you've got to do, Looks like a river of blood running through there. That's a rather heavy way to look at it, but that's how it looks. This is a real kind of serious situation, and it's a serious card. Now, because it's the Pentacles, it is actually earth, wind, fire, and water coming together under the divine auspices and under the control of everything that really matters out there in the spiritual universe. So you have actually got a real positive kind of ally in the Knight of Pentacles there, someone who's going to help. It's a black horse, so it's a dark horse. So you're going to have to think about the advice that comes to you. And even, dare I say it, think about the inspiration that comes to you at this time, because it's a real dark horse situation. Difficult to know which way to go, Aquarius, but life is so like that, isn't it? Golden sky, though, and a golden pentacle there, golden disc. So really great possibilities. Don't forget about nature, okay? Both the Knight of Pentacles here and the horse are actually wearing some leaves in their hair. So nature needs to be your friend. You really need to have that nature connection. Now, a lot of people don't live in situations where they can actually get out there and link to nature physically. I'm very lucky. I can just walk out my front door and I'm straight out into the fields and the trees. But we can all visualise that, When I took up the tarot, I was living in a big city. It's called Cardiff. And there wasn't any greenery. Well, there was, but you had to walk quite a long way to get to it. And it's just visualising it. Remember the last time you were in the countryside. Just link into that energy, okay? Because seeing it is believing it, even if you're only seeing it kind of in your third eye. Well, actually, there's nothing only about it. If you're seeing it in your third eye, it becomes a real thing, and it becomes a part of your passions and your dreams. And at this crazy time, which, by the way, is May 2020, and you don't have to watch it now. If you're watching in the future, great stuff. Best time to watch these is now. But in these crazy times at the moment, it's kind of difficult for people to get out and do what they really want to do and experience the nature and everything. But bear in mind, even if you're in a big city, you're on top of a lot of concrete, but underneath that concrete and behind all the buildings and things is actually the natural earth, and everything we've got really is made out of the natural earth. We don't get it from anywhere else unless it's meteorites and stuff. And of course they're very cosmic, it's all part of the universe, it's all part of our nature. So we have got a lot of positive possibilities here. It's just a dark horse situation. So don't overthink it, Aquarius, but do think, where do you actually want to end up at the end of this? That's a big part of manifesting, is knowing where you actually want to go and what it's all going to mean to you, okay? But it's a dark horse and there's a lot of blood red here, so you've got to be careful, got to watch out, and you've got to think very seriously about what's happening. Okay, let's turn over card number 3 and see where we're going. Suddenly a great rush of positivity because it is the 3 of Cups. And this is really, really good news, okay? Because whatever's been bubbling up and coming together here is very strongly supported. Whenever you get this, it can be a love thing, it can be a practical thing. Well, love is practical in so many ways, isn't it? But what we've got here is people helping each other. And 3 people helping each other brings an odd number of ideas into the situation, and that can be very, very uplifting. It can be actually quite magical because you get a sort of wild card factor going on, and you never know exactly where you're going to end up, but it's going to be positive because it's a cup card, it's longings, it's desires, and even though it's an outcome card in this reading, it is leading on to the rest of your life, Aquarius. But this is great. This means people come together. This means there's new inspiration. And the third character here really could be seen as the divine or the universal force coming in to help with what you're doing. Bit of a mutual appreciation society. Definitely people wanting to help each other. And this card is absolutely full of fruit. The fruits of nature everywhere on this card. Lying on the ground a bit, there's some up here, But, you know, that's great, really, because it is all coming actually out of the ground, and that is where the magic really comes from, okay? Because everything we look at in the divine realms, in the cosmic realms, is linking to the goddess energy through us, because we walk on this beautiful earth. So be aware of all these fruits, okay, when this time comes, and it won't be long, Aquarius. Things are really starting to look up when you get this card. It's not a kind of card of arrival, it's number 3, so in numerological terms, it's not very far along the journey, but it's when the journey is underway and you really know things are happening. And, excuse me, you wouldn't actually have got to this point unless you'd actually gone through a lot of work in the past, and dare I say, even a lot of heartache in the past, and I hope that isn't the case. But if it is, things really, really look up at this point, okay? Real dark horse energy here, but something very, very positive. The red cloak says going forward, says motion, it says passion. It even says, action, I suppose, is not too strong a word. So it's looking really good. Okay, Aquarius, well, I hope that helps you. Watch it again and again if you really want to get the hang of it, because the message is always... Well, excuse me. Oh, dear. Wish I knew how to edit. Because the message is always positive, okay? Life is not an easy thing, and certain parts of the journey involve getting involved with negativity, as we see here. But it's always going towards a positive outcome, and you've got to focus on that positivity. Because the positivity is there behind all the troubles of life, just in the same way as nature is always there underneath the concrete, somewhere behind the buildings, somewhere out in the hills, and we can link to that in our mind. We can feel positive, we can think positive, and that is going to bring us towards a much more positive outcome than we could even dream of, which is what the Three of Cups is pointing to there. So, thanks very much for watching. Stick with the glowing cat, subscribe, tap the bell so you don't miss anything. There are hundreds of readings on my channel, and do take a look at those, because if you're drawn to one, it's for you, no doubt about it. And of course, don't forget the positivity, right? That's what the Orgone Pyramid is here for, bringing positivity into your life. And if you've been drawn to this reading, then this positivity is all part of it. It really is. Okay. Don't forget the healing. Don't forget the love. It's all there. It's all real. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed this one. Leave me a comment. We will share the journey, and I'll see you again very soon, Aquarius. Peace.